Hello everyone and welcome to more Fate Grand Order. It is now the new year, which this year means that it's time for a new event. Let's go to Enma-tei's inn, Benny Enma's inn. I thought so hard about how I was going to introduce this and I just fumbled it completely. But yeah, let's go to Benny Enma's inn. Now I don't know, what this event is even really about, so this will be interesting. Ella, stop! On a completely different note, Happy New Year, Senpai! Happy New Year, Mash. I can't really say it's been a great year. In spite of everything, I feel so fortunate that we're able to celebrate another year together. I'm so grateful to Sion and Captain for building this new Wandering Sea Chaldea base for us. There was only so much room in the shadow border after all. Now we can relax and celebrate holidays like we used to. We can even resummon servants now that the spirit origin graph is connected to Trismegistus too. Right now we're still limited to heroic spirits with well-defined spirit origin graph entries. But I'm hopeful we'll reach a point where we can summon as many as possible and keep them on standby. As for the servants' memories, usually heroic spirits don't carry over records of previous deeds, even if resummoned by the same mage. Ella! Meow! Oh my goodness. But in our case, it sounds like everyone registered in the graph will carry over most of their records from Chaldea. We can thank Da Vinci for that. After we got the order from the Mages Association to dismiss the servants, she ensured our contracts with them were temporarily frozen instead of annulled. Then she meticulously engraved each and every one of their records into the spirit origin graph by hand. I was kind of taken aback when we resummoned the Orleans case team. And Kiyohime immediately glomped you, which prompted Elizabeth to dropkick her. But I was also relieved to see that our history together really had been preserved. It really was the work of a genius, wasn't it? Leonardo da Vinci poured both her genius and her very heart into inscribing every last servant. If it wasn't for her, we would never have been able to resummon them like this. After the incineration of humanity situation was solved, she worked on the graph for the entire year she served as acting director. Wow. She protected everything Dr. Roman entrusted to her, without ever losing her good cheer. Oh, right, it's New Year's, isn't it? This is no time for such morose subjects. Senpai, would you like to go for a walk around the base while we let Flo run down the hallways? Chaldea is officially on winter break for the next week, at Da Vinci's suggestion. Although Holmes also said yesterday that it would be nice to spend New Year's dozing in an armchair. The whole staff is enjoying a traditional New Year's meal in the cafeteria right now. New Year's meal, but who made it? Who among the kitchen team has been resummoned? Me, of course, Master! Cooking up a traditional New Year's meal is the mark of a devoted wife. No other animals muscling in on this turf. Woof! Everything looks so good! That's me, the super cat you can always count on. It's great to see you again, Master. That said, even this wild cat can't maintain her innocence here. Thanks to the mad note-taking skills I gained by writing down recipes, I knew what was happening with this new Chaldea in about 3 minutes. I couldn't help but cry when I woke and saw the kitchen was completely different, but that's okay. They say the best cookware you can have is your own 2 paws. So just forget all the small stuff and celebrate New Year's, woof. This lobster's not gonna eat itself. Oh, and have you put off checking out my animation update? What a better way to kick off the new year than with a new and improved Tamamo cat. Good morning, cat. This presentation is absolutely lovely. And a good morning to you, Mash Cat. You're too kind, really. Please, no more compliments or you're gonna make my paws blush. Unlike another Tamamo I could name, this cat never neglects her daily training. She might have forgotten those hellish cooking classes and given up on expanding her repertoire, but these ears sure haven't. Oh, I've also learned there's another evil fox going around making the rest of us Tamamos look bad now. So as the most charismatic of all the Tamamos, it's up to me to uphold Miss Benny Enma's teachings. Miss Benny Enma? Happy New Year, everyone! Did you all have pleasant dreams? Oh, right, the first dream of the year is supposed to be on the night of January 1st, isn't it? I suppose I got a bit ahead of myself. Who is this, Sion? As you no doubt already know— Oh! Okay, extremely wrong voice. Okay, As you no doubt already know, this is Gordolf Music, the new director of the Chaldea base. Master Cursor, Mash Kyrillite, you are to come to the command room and to deliver your New Year's Day greetings. Quickly now, just because it's New Year's doesn't mean you have time to dilly-dally. Director Gordolf wants to see us? I thought we were supposed to have the day off today. There may be a problem that needs our attention. Let's go see what he wants, Master. Happy New Year! Here's to another great year together, guys. Right back at ya. Huh, you made it here in good time. I commend your readiness despite the fact that it's New Year's. Happy New Year, Director Gordolf. Happy New Year! You've certainly got plenty of cheer. Well, I suppose that's all you have going for you. Still, I wouldn't have it any other way. Right then, here you are. A little something to reward you for your manners. Accept it with gratitude. A small white envelope decorated with beautiful paper? What is this, Director? Is this New Year's money? New Year's money? You mean the legendary ultimate spell meant for creating a wonderful New Year's? Now, don't get too excited. I'm told it's customary in some Asian countries to give money on New Year's. It's not something we do in my country, but I thought it would be relevant and appropriate, all things considered. You'd better appreciate it. Let's see how much I got. Thank you so much, Director. I promise to treasure it until the next year. That's not really what you're supposed to do with gifts like this. Money that comes easily should go easily, too. Then again, there are some kids who like to save their New Year's money until they finish growing up. I guess that's the category you'd fall under, huh, Mash? Indeed. It just goes to show how responsible she is. Not so the case with Cursor, who's wasting no time seeing how much he got. Alright, that's all I had to say. You two are free to go now. I have a lot of work to do replenishing the calories I lost, and there's a bowl of sweet bean soup with my name on it. Not so fast. The first New Year's is in this brand new Chaldea base, and you plan to spend it lazing about? Surely I do not need to impress upon you how important exercise is, essential for keeping your mind just as sharp. Essential for keeping your mind sharp just as much as it is staying healthy. Even a moderate amount can do wonders. Oh, hi, Sion. Didn't expect to see you here. Didn't you say you had some calculations to do inside Trismegistus too? I just finished those up not too long ago. Evening, Da Vinci. Evening, Mr. Gordolf. And of course, Happy New Year, Mash and Cursor. A pleasure to ring in the new year with all of you, in both a friendship and an experimental sense. You're one to talk, seeing how you barely even gave me a passing glance after we came back from China before holing up in that overgrown calculator. If anyone here could use some exercise, surely it's you. Why don't you take a page from Captain's book and fix up the dock or something? And I will, naturally. I will be taking my daily jog as soon as I finish telling you all about this wonderful idea I had. Atlas alchemists must stay in great shape. You never know when the next fighting game situation will drop. So if anyone watching this doesn't know, Sion Socaris here is an alternate timeline version of Sion Atlasia, who is the main character of Melty Blood, which is a fighting game. Happy New Year, Sion. And to you too, Master Cursor. I know it is customary to say on this occasion, but it still feels nice to actually say it out loud. So what's this wonderful idea of yours? Have anything to do with what you were working on all night? It sure does. Instead of spending New Year's in the Wandering Sea, what would you say to a little rayshift experiment? Ray... Did you say rayshift? I did. Not a zero sail, but a rayshift, just like you used to go to all those singularities. That's absurd. It's impossible. Rayshifting is the Animosphere's most closely guarded secret by far. That you would say so is all according to my calculations. That reaction alone was well worth staying up all night to finish it in time. It looks like you're serious about this. It's actually possible to rayshift with this command room? Definitely. Even without Chaldeus, it is possible to rayshift as long as we have Trismegistus and Sheba. And since my paper moon can stand in for Sheba, we should not have an issue. There is a limit to how far back we can go, as we do not have the capacity to verify existences as effectively as Chaldeus. And rayshifting is limited to singularities, not lost belts. I suppose it is inferior to Chaldea's command room in that sense, which is super embarrassing to say as an Atlas alchemist. Please, don't be. Just being able to rayshift outside of Chaldea is nothing short of amazing. So, where would we be rayshifting to exactly? Glad you asked. As it turns out, there is a singularity happening even as we speak. Yes, even with the world completely wiped clean. We could ignore it for now, given that history being erased is a much more pressing matter. But once history is restored, any singularities we ignore now are going to come back to bite us hard. I do not like to use this phrasing, but it is rather like discovering a defect after shipping a product. So as the person in charge of security right now, I want to tackle them proactively as they pop up. Perhaps unfortunately, this singularity is tiny and rather harmless. It is as peaceful as they come. It would almost certainly disappear on its own if left alone, so it is very unlikely to cause any problems. For my part, I was hoping I could use this opportunity to capture records of you fighting, but I suppose you will just have to settle for a pleasure trip where you get to enjoy some of Japan's luscious scenery. Pleasure trip? Luscious scenery? Would this singularity happen to be... Correct, Mash? You will be rayshifting to a 21st century Japanese hot springs resort. This place seems to be just a peaceful, modern-day inn. No demonic beasts, no evil spirits, no bad servants, nothing. So on that note, Cursor, Mash, some other yet-to-be-decided guardian, I am counting on all of you to help me with my rayshift experiment. As for the rest of Chaldea's staff, I would like you all to show me how best to go about monitoring singularities. So that means I have to stay here and miss out on this unprecedented chance to rayshift? Yes, that is correct. We need your help here if we are to pull this off. Sorry, maybe next time. That said, low threat level or not, this is still a singularity we're talking about. So as I alluded to earlier, we will need one more bodyguard to accompany Mash and Cursor. We should go through all the resummoned servants currently on standby and... Say no more! I overheard, Reed eavesdropped on, the whole thing. If it's a pleasure trip you're talking about, then look no further. As both a capable fighter and a hot springs-loving shrine maiden fox, I would be happy to serve as your companion. If you mean to send Master off somewhere, you'd best believe I'll have something to say about it. Weak and delicate as I may be, I am still your beloved, and have always loved hot springs. I am willing to risk my life to accompany you. My humblest apologies, Master. I was unable to stop them from disturbing you. Now that matters have come to this, I have no choice but to lead the group if I am to take responsibility. Admittedly, the prospect of visiting a hot springs inn does excite me, but that is neither here nor there. Master, I swear that no harm shall come to you on this journey, for I shall be there by your side. Tamamo no Mai I more or less expected, but Kiyohime and Tomoe too? Now, let us be off, to the beauty that lies deep in the mountains. Let us be off to the hot springs. Talk about reassuring. This does seem like a good opportunity to procure more data for this rayshift experiment. Very well, I'll allow it. Be sure to take advantage of this opportunity, young Sion. Now then, I'm going back to my room. I can't have my sweet bean soup getting cold after all. Cursor here can handle the dangerous stuff like rayshifting. Huh? Yes? Why are you looking at me as though you can't believe what you're seeing? Do I have something on my face? Good one, Mr. Gordolf. You kept your face so straight I almost believed you. But of course, we all know you cannot have a Chaldea operation without a Chaldea commander. So please make sure you follow my calculations. After all, I did say we needed a guardian. As both the commander and the mage with the highest seniority, you need to step up and lead by example. Fortunately, your rayshift affinity is more than enough to pass. Better than I expected, even. There is no reason for you not to go along, and no time to argue the point. Especially since I already entered all three of you into Trismegistus. Alpha, what are you doing? Spiritron conversion calculations complete. Initiating experimental rayshift countdown. Destination, Japan, 2014. Existence verification targets, Cursor. Mash Kyrillite. Gordolf Music. You really did include me? Hold on there, Sion. How am I supposed to communicate? My Japanese is terrible. And more importantly, what about my bodyguards? I'll need servants to keep me safe too, you know. Not to worry, I have already made arrangements. There was a Celtic hero who volunteered his services after I explained this rayshift's destination. Yeah, he's on Raid Up, so I know who she's talking about. Ugh. Ugh. Go away. Okay. Is there anyone whose heart does not flutter at the prospect of visiting a beautiful eastern resort? I think not. What's more, I am told of beautiful women looking to heal their broken hearts in the hot springs' soothing waters, like salmon returning home to spawn. Dude. After hearing all that, how could I possibly refuse? Ha ha ha! Rest assured, Gordolf Music, you will be safe with me. I, Finn McCool, will be taking part in this mission entirely out of the goodness of my heart. Yeah, no. Oh, I would expect nothing less from the savior of Erin, my lord. If you're setting off for unknown lands, then I shall be there every step of the way, sword in hand. Huh? Who are you two, and why are you both so unreasonably handsome? Is this some kind of prank? This is Japan we're talking about, right? Kimonos, sushi, that sort of thing. Wasn't there anyone else who could have fit the bill better? Sorry! There was an archer and a couple of berserkers I thought would fit, but they seem unable to rayshift there for some reason. Anyway, now that you're all here, hurry up and get to the coffins. Unlocking coffin bolts. All passengers, please make your way inside within 2 minutes. There's a lot I'd like to say here, but alright, I'll help you. After all, I can't deny that being able to rayshift again would be a huge boon to us. Take care of Mash and Cursor for me, Gordy. Make sure you enjoy the hot springs enough to make up for those of us who can't go. I can't wait to hear all about them when you get back. Right. Okay then, see you later, Da Vinci. Stop pushing! I'll get in the damn coffin already! Sorry about that, I'm just excited to get going. And since we can't go if you don't rayshift, well, you see the conundrum here. Don't you agree, dear Mood? There's not a moment of fun to lose. Yes, my lord, rest assured I will take care of any mountain beasts that threaten our trip. With moral talk and... I'm probably not saying that right, but with moral talk and beagle talk at my side, I am a demon boar-slaying machine. The perfect manly man! Come on, Master, let's hurry! Sion said we'd be rayshifting to a modern-day hot springs inn! That can only mean a vast buffet of local-grown delicacies, a sauna, a sand bath, and a beauty salon! It said the first day of January sets the tone for the rest of the year, so let's start this off right. See you later, Da Vinci! This is gonna be something. Good, I see you are all in your coffins. Okay, releasing the final safety lock. And done. Novus Chaldea's first official rayshift is now underway. Starting unsummon program. Commencing Spiritron conversion. Rayshift begins in 3, 2, 1. All systems are go. Commencing test grand order. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, that was just the opening, but I think I'm gonna stop this episode here for now. Just because I like having shorter videos for events. So yeah, excited to see where this event goes. I really like Benny Enma's design. She's adorable. Not really looking forward to having to deal with Finn, though. He's more tolerable than Blackbeard, at least, but only slightly. So, if you've enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't yet. I know I haven't done much actual gameplay in this video, so... But I mean, I voice acted, so that's something. Please, if you enjoy my videos, tell your friends about my channel. It really, really helps. My coffee link is in the description of the video, if you would like to leave me a tip. I think that's about it. I'm gonna be doing 2 videos a day for the next few days until I get Lost Belt 3 wrapped up. And yeah. So I'll see you all next time.